Good morning, people. Happy Thursday. Good morning, Sims Need Guinea Pig. Perfect timing, since yesterday just completed the community challenge for even more Jackbox on Saturday. So now that gets to be a reality. Keolu, what on earth are you doing here? Hello to Keolu. Thanks for the follow, man. But I think you're the wrong place for meaningful content. I mean, we have Dishonor, Death of the Outsider. But this is a very casual, slow-paced thing, no cool tricks here. Camping, you say, Sims? How fun. What was that, Lake District? Scotland? Always meant to camp around the UK, but never got the chance to. Though Scotland seems fun. That's right, Kyo, this is a face reveal. You get to see the handsome mug. Normally it's from up at like this angle. I'm trying something different and seeing how this one works, you know, just trying things out. Seeing what's more nice. And now it's all ruined. Oh no. Why'd I do that? Oh well. What is another side? Oh, Kia, when you put it like that, sounds just like what the old GF said. Anywho, I'm fairly certain that this upcoming mission is going to be, if not the Death of the Outsider, the culminating mission before it. So it could be today. But how's it going? Otherwise it's going good today, Kiolu. How are you? Got all 10 minutes of playing Sim today. 90 push-ups. Got my mango juice, so it's all good here. Apart from, you know, the smokes, apart per minutes. Part per minutes? Particulates per meter? Whatever it is. Smoke no good. Aw, shucks, Kiolu, really? 1 minute here and I'm already making you hungry. I'm sorry to hear that. Padstow? Oh, I don't know Padstow. Where is that? I can't tell by the name alone, like what it matches linguistically. If that'd be like Midlands area, a bit north. Anywho, take it away,
There's
Billy.
Darkness at the center of all things. It'll change you if you think about it too much, but it's always there. It waits for you. When I was in hiding, I tried to forget everything that I was. Now I aim to keep my promise to a dead man, someone who meant the world to me.
Right, because Dao died
Sometimes I still
unceremoniously.
hear Dao's voice echoing through the metal of this miserable knife. This is the strangest, most important thing I've been through, and that's saying a lot. There's a mining complex on Shindeire Peak, somehow so obscure that most people don't believe it exists. That mad cult lives there, protecting the one place that can bring me face to face with the outsider himself. Years ago, I heard Dowd talking about the void, a fear that grips your throat, bends your spine, but I can't turn away now. What will we have left if the outsider's gone? His name might be lost to the void. But tonight, I'll find out if he can still bleed.
See, that sounds very Final Mission-y. And the materials, reading materials, seem to be hinting that this is where the void entrance is.
It shouldn't exist, but from what I can see, this place is real. At least for now.
Here, the void is closest to the surface of reality. Breaking through
And there we go.
all the fear and power the abbey of the everyman tries to hide. You have uncovered more than most.
Hey, Extreme Yepper.
What you do now will change the world.
You again. You know I used to wonder if you'd speak to me. I almost wanted it. Every street kid, every desperate wretch pushed to the edge. They all wanted you to speak to them. Why didn't you? Why me, now? You know I'm here to end this. You,
Billy,
and this disgusting
If you really want to end it, he's right there. Stab him.
For centuries, wanting many things. To elude death, to seek forbidden knowledge. They are never satisfied no matter how much they take. Not even the dead find peace here. You will find another relic of the cult's heart. A piece of whatever God came before my time. You will find the people who murdered me. When I knew them, they had names and ambitions. Now, they wander this place, their minds snared up with terrible secrets. keeping hidden the unspeakable ritual that made me what I am. Deep in the void, they put a knife to my throat and tore my name away.
What is the IA in
Maybe I can
LGBTQIA?
find my name.
The I is for
in the black
intersex,
viscera of
and
this
the A is for
place.
asexual, or
If you
aspec,
care to look.
be it
Why are you
asexual,
telling me this?
aromantic,
What do you want?
not for allies as some
We
may
both
think.
know how a mob can justify a murder to themselves. Who I was or what I wanted never mattered to the cultists here. I will not speak to you again. The next time we meet, you will be face to face with what was done to me all those years ago. Your mind echoes with everything that Dowd wants you to do. But I am here to say that
Right,
you
Kyo,
have a
it's like-
choice, Billy Lurk.
Gay, lesbian, bi, trans, queer, intersect, and friendly straights. Nah. The one thing I forgot to show was that in the difficulty selection, there's Billy, and as you go to higher difficulties, it zooms out and shows these weird void monsters. Never met those yet, but if the outside is right, and this is like an older place with older gods and whatnot, could be. F for friends and family. That would almost be cute if friends and family wasn't tragically what most are trying to avoid. He's close. My nights on this mountain have been sleepless, but last night I dreamed about the outsider. I knew I would, sooner or later. He was held in the void, eyes shut tight, as if he were dreaming something just as terrible. I didn't hesitate. I put my living hand to his cheek, then pushed the knife deep into his chest. I leaned into it with my whole body, as it slid into him with a shudder, blood welling up over my fingers. His eyes opened then. I saw him face to face just for a moment. Then he fell, trembling in the dark, and all I could see was Deirdre twitching in the gutter like the day she died. I had to force myself to wake up just so I could look away. I know the knife becomes a part of me when I can't see it. I feel it in my chest and my throat. I could hate the outsider for what he has done to me, twisting up the few memories I hold dear, showing me horrors I never wanted to witness, leaving me with ragged pieces of myself all bound up in shadows. Can I end his miserable life for that? You know, this Gaiden game is called Death of the Outsider, and it is heavily leaning towards killing the outsider. But what is a Dishonored game if it's not some choice as to whether or not to kill, you know? So I'm having doubts. Hole in the world. Never know exactly what Sister Rosewind saw in her visions, but something made her hesitate. Something made her hold on to that silver graph long enough for me to save it from the fire. The archive that Cienfuego stole showed me exactly where the void touches our world, where I can reach the outsider. That's right, because yesterday Sister Rosewind seemed to imply that there would be consequences if the outsider's killed, and she's from the not the Abbey, the Oracular Sisters, counterparts to the Abbey of the Everyman, the countering organizations to the outsider, and if she doesn't want the outsider killed, that is interesting. I don't know why yet. I don't know what else I'll find there. All whispers and legends say it's something terrible, something you can't forget. I won't know what's true until I reach it. What do you pack for a journey to the void? I just left everything behind. Every day Karnaca gets smaller. That swarming, stinking city, now nothing but a few lights in the distance. But I can't look back anymore. The void is closer with every step. It is quiet out here. Sometimes all I could hear is my own breath, my own heartbeat. It reminds me of being on the open ocean, feeling like you're the only one left alive, feeling like the world won't care if you don't come back. Nothing but me and my thoughts. My choice. Everything I've done led me to this place, to this moment. Killing the Duke's brother when I was a kid, betraying Dowd, helping Emily retake the throne. But even then, I never felt important. I was always just another desperate person trying to make sense of her life. I watched my whole world being taken from me over and over. This time I gave it all up on my own. I'm climbing the mountain. I don't know what waits for me there. But the outsider is watching, and he knows it was my choice to go. The outsider hasn't known anything but hatred for thousands of years. He was killed to fulfill a purpose. No one asked him what he wanted. The lights went out in his world, and his eyes adjusted to the dark. I know what real loneliness is like. If it hadn't been for doubt, I would have died from it. Now I'm walking into the void to face the loneliest creatures in the world. Maybe the outsider knows I'm just chasing down someone who can give me a bit of purpose. I have nothing left except promises to the dead. When I reach him, I'll see more clearly than ever. Fan reactions? Oh, that's right, Robbie. I haven't yet watched Infinity Train, but I do have some free time, so catching up on cartoons is definitely on the schedule. This poster is out here. When out here isn't supposed to...
Where is everyone? I hate this place already.
Posters, developed infrastructure, carriages, when this place isn't supposed to exist. I thought it was going to be like a kind of a smaller scale thing, you know? Maybe a few shacks. Oh, Robbie. Sounds like an excellent place to quit. The internet can have wonderful opinions, but it is the internet, so all too often idiots get just as much voice, so sometimes one just has to admit, this is a beautiful thing, I love this beautiful thing, but I don't need to read other people's not so beautiful thoughts. Right? Like, as far as I'm concerned, right, my read of Steven Universe is that these are asexual, non-gendered rocks from space, literal alien rocks. But that is simply my take. And if the canon, or people's headcanons, allow them to see themselves in the space rocks, then by all means. My own very little interpretation doesn't need to take away from other people's interpretations, especially if their interpretations have value to them, you know? Like, healthy, good value. Oops. Dog almost saw me. Nobody here, doggy? Nobody here? Nobody here but pipes that can take my full body weight? Okay, what do we have here? A couple of hounds. Some rats. And the first bone charm of the level. And a second bone charm. No, not a bone charm.
It makes my eye burn.
Not a bone charm, just good foreshadowing. Where am I, though? Ooh, can go up here. Not enough void energy. But I should be able to. Yeah, there we go. Higher ground and safer ground. Could I go up there even? Can I go up here? Perfect. Beautiful. And I can go indoors. What's down here? It could be as basic as that too, because like, for The Last of Us 2, before we knew anything, all people cared about is, oh no, Abby's got muscles. Oh no, Abby is trans. Oh no, this is terrible, let's fight with our dying breath. Which why though? Even if a character is trans, so what? There's every other character who isn't. If cis representation is so important. Eels. We have jellied eels in here. Jellied eels and what else? We'll take shock, and is that more bone? Let me mark that. You know, just mark this instead. If I can't mark the bone charm itself. There are lots of dogs in here. Oh, that's the same dogs as why. Don't need the health, but how could anyone say no to eating eels? I maintain that the most important thing in the game is to eat the... Oh. There's a window right here that I somehow missed. It was right behind me. I didn't have to go through the roof, but that's fine. See, cishet might be ruining your characters, but that's just your characters, Robbie. There's still, like, the entirety of popular media that is almost entirely cishet, you know? So the ones crying out that there's a single trans character, SJW representation is ruining movies and video games, are complaining about nothing, because they also got the entire media representing themselves. Silver fever sweeps through Karnaka this week, as would-be prospectors hoisted a shovel and left to strike it rich at Shindari Peak. The recent discovery of thick veins of silver ore at Shindari North Quarry has brought unprecedented profits to the mining companies and small claim holders alike. Reports say the lightest stroke of the pick uncovers silver nuggets worth thousands. The wildest rush to make a fortune means that claims on the peak are going fast, but there are still opportunities for work as miners with Shindari Mining Company. The company offers a percentage of profits to all who sign on to dig for them. So what are you waiting for? To Shindari! Now this is even weirder. It's not just a mining camp here, with infrastructure and carriages. But it was covered in the news. It was covered in the news, and it has to be relatively recent if they have whale oil technology and the carriages and everything else that rely on them. That's fresh. That's like... That was relatively new as of 15 years ago in Dishonored 1. So this is not even just within recent living memory, it's recent memory. Oh. And you open this. So I turn you. And then you open. Then what? Is it so I can mark a displaced token? And then warp in. Perfect. Get the hang of that by the end of the game. Oh, Robbie, we know exactly why. Don't make a big deal out of it. Rubs us the wrong way. It's because they're not even coming from a place of intellectual honesty. It's basically a cry to just not exist. It's like the old thing about, I don't mind it, I just don't want it rubbed in my children's faces. What they mean is that, be it movies or in the office, if a straight co-worker or a straight character were to kiss his lover or brag about his sex life, they don't care, that's normal, that's not rubbing in their face. But if a queer character was to kiss their lover or to brag about their sex life, suddenly, you're rubbing it in my face, it's just a double standard. They don't want to see not rubbing their faces, what they want to see is please don't exist, basically. Bone Charm? Exacting aim, what do you do? Will take shots to deal slightly more damage. Don't need that. And what do we have here? Just grenades? I don't need grenades. What I need, oh, is the button. Cool. So first Bone Charm of the day gets. Okay, I know line of sight is needed, but if I put my displace right over here... No, not there. Close enough. Oh, I can go up from here. Well, but that's gonna drop down though. Or not. Well done, me. It's cool. The important thing is getting better at it. Alright though, dogs. While dogs don't count as kills, I still don't want to kill them, you know? They're puppies. I like puppies. What's this say? Pay what you owe? And I saw one. There's the other dog. Where are you? There you are. Wolfhound. I don't think we really need to come down here, but there's a bone charm in this building. Might be one more around there somewhere. Well, I guess if I don't have... I just go across. That'd be easier. I want to talk to the rats, though, because the rats have clues. But I can't if the dogs are here. But no matter. More jetty deals. Bone charm nearby, and I know about that one, but is there any more in this vicinity? Hey, nearly missed one. Right behind me. Robust, is that a health thing? Elixirs restore slightly more health. As far as don't be their whole personality, younger me was kind of a jerk. Even if he had good intentions. And younger me was also the type to think, I don't mind these things, I just don't want it to be the whole personality. I don't like when people rush up to me saying, hi, I'm so-and-so, I'm this identity. Because younger me was stupid. As far as I'm concerned now, even if somebody might be annoyed with someone making their identity the primary facet of their expression, like you say, Robbie, who cares? The way I see it is that we are in a transitory point in our history. Going from, well, being gay has just gone from a death sentence, basically, to mostly mainstream accepted, and everything else is still catching up. We have more queer acceptance than ever, but still persecuted for it. So as a society, we're still pretty young to it, all in all. And so we have people able to be open about themselves, more or less freely. And society, as well, on the individual and the societal level, trying to like grow into it. So it's good to have some friction here or there. Pronouns are a great example. We're at a point where we can be open about what our pronouns are, but at the same time, we still have pushback from people who refuse. So it's going to be a bit rough for a while, I think, until, or as a transition thing, till we get to a point where we can have greater acceptance. And once we have greater acceptance, then even jerks and whatnot could be cool about it. If they want it to be no big deal, this is us working towards a point where we can be no big deal. Siobhan. I never know how to pronounce Siobhan. I'm pretty sure it's not pronounced Siobhan. But oh well. I'll butcher Gaelic names just as much as I butcher everything else I read. I know you don't believe me, but I saw it again. The air shivered and split apart and sealed up again like a river crust. The rest of the day I didn't recognize anyone's faces. It was like their mouths and noses and eyes all blurred together like a bad silvergraph. I had to guess who was who based on their clothes. We didn't leave Dunwall for this shit. When the Pendleton mines closed up, we thought now's our chance. We can go to Serkonos. There's better pay and better weather. Now. Maybe we should have stayed, I don't know. I can't handle this. I can't go down there not knowing what I might see. Please, you have to believe me. You're the only one who knows. Your brother, Nal. Neil? Neil? I think it's Neil. Well, that's kind of good to know, too, that the Pendleton mines have closed up. Get ready for hours about musicals. See, that's what they could be getting. If we were at the level where things really were no big deal. If they were no big deal, we could just have musicals all day long. Straight to the point, to the important stuff. But that is on society catching up and getting to the point where it needs to be. Where's the next bone charm? Inside of here? And all the dogs are outside. Good. Oh, there's an opening here, alright. Do I hear music? Why do I hear high violin music? So he rats. And gushing about OCs too. Let the OC gushing flow. Oh no, been spotted. Wait, that dog's on mark. There's another dog. Another dog that I haven't... When was this? When was this? 10:21. Oh, 5 minutes ago. Does that mean it was before or after the previous bone charm? Where am I? Where is this? Up here. Good. Okay. That's not too far away then. I just took my time talking about stuff. Then down here, there's a note. Pendleton Mines closed. They go to Zirconos. But it turns out Zirconos is weird. Checked in here, there's nothing. Then across the way. Alright, where is the next dog? Because I marked you. Marked you. And I didn't... That's my first load of the day, so I didn't lose the mark on the other dog. Where is he? There's rats. Best friend rats? Where's the entrance? Because I came in from where? Oh, there you are. Unmarked dog. Right by this opening. Okay, good. Should be safe then. Keeping tabs on 1, 2, 3. Did I not mark a third dog the last time? I thought I did. Right, where was my window? There you were. This time, Guinea, avoid the door. Since someone's still roaming. Or at the very least, get inside quickly. Where's he going? Over there? Okay. As long as he don't come inside. Bone charm get. Firestar. Puppy, why? Puppy, what are you doing? Go to sleep. It's okay. Just a shocky dart. Shocky dart never hurt anyone. See? Just unconscious. No, that's the wrong place to put it. There we go. So where to next? I want to go through here. Any dogs this way? I think I can go ahead and unmark you two. Unmark. Unmark. And let me see, what dangers do we have ahead? Anything? I don't see anything. But that doesn't mean it's not... Pistol? And who? That's a person, is it? A right arm. Alright, there's maybe a person ahead. Maybe. And a dead dude. Billy, give me heart attacks. Can I go through here? Oh, I don't think I can. Unless, what if? Foresight through here. And then... No, I can't put it this place. And building's too tall. Oh, so I have to go through there then. Through the path where the dog is. Is that the only way through? Could I go back from here? Say, find a way up to this thing, and over the roof? Probably not. Kasana's all about putting roofs way too high to go over. Yeah, I can't reach that. Nor that. Well, through the tunnel it is. I mean, that's why I have these anyway. Good night, doggy. He's alright, just sleeping. See to somebody. There are people here. She.
For some, a catastrophe. For others, a revelation.
There are plenty of she's in this series. Who's a she? You talking Billy? A cultist.
Why do they look like that? What goes on here?
Somebody's been stealing faces before me. Black bone charm? Any more bone charms here? I don't see anything. There's that weird thing. Alright. Guess it's just the one bone charm ahead then. I can go up, right? That looks like an up. And since it's all line of sight based, up means better chance of not being seen. It's here. Nothing? Nothing. Ooh, I can steal his face. I'm definitely gonna steal his face to knock out the other one further ahead. Maybe having their faces all burnt means they're outsider touched enough that they won't be able to have their faces stolen. Hey, rats.
Cold stone hard. Tastes bad. Breaks teeth. No more blood in them anymore.
He comes up to here, but only to here. He does turn around after a point, but I'm pretty sure she'll see if I take.
While the sheep slumber, we shape things. We made this world.
Oh, that was close. Don't hurt my friends! They speak in Deirdre's voice! Rescued by the rats, but please. Wait, hold on. New bone charm. What bone charm? What's new? Hooked targets are silenced in midair. Oh, that sounds fun. Do I want that? Let me see, what else do I have? Choking slightly faster, movement speed slightly faster, weapon sheathed. I think I'll replace that, because you're already supposed to be somewhat quick with sheathed weapons. And if you have your hands out for skills, you've already got weapons out anyway. Where was it? Quiet hook? Quiet hook. Just drop you down here, buddy. And if you don't mind me taking your face from you... Oh, another dead cultist. What's up, sister?
Sorry,
I've got a lot on my mind.
Ah, I getcha, I getcha. No new bone charms, not everyone has one? Shame, I was kind of hoping every new cultist had one. Anywho, where's the next bone charm? Over here? In this building up ahead? And I see no windows to go into. Oh. Oh. Guess I've got to find clues then, huh? Oh, and inside? No? No one so far? A crank wheel. And the bone charm is up here. That's the same one, right? Yeah. Ooh, there's another one way out that way. But that's almost to the end of the level, I think. Important thing is that there's nobody in here. Hey, rats.
Cold stone hard. Tastes bad. Breaks teeth. Oh, blood.
Does it stick? No, it doesn't stick. Idea? Idea? Hold on. What do you... There's nothing underneath, right? Alright, nothing below. Then why have this raise up in the first place? Because if I want to go up, I can just jump and displace. For the normal people, I guess, then, who don't have outsider powers or refuse to use them. Maybe. That's the route for Original Game Plus, if Original Game Plus. Fleet Fighter, what do you do? Fleet, fleet, fleet. Movement speed is not slowed when weapons are unsheathed. Huh.
You commune with the eye. Tell me how you feel. For my studies.
Yes. I stared into its core and recognized myself. It yearns as I yearn. Under its gaze,
I would so love if subtitles, as a rule, could keep pace with dialogue and vice versa.
The envisioned and witnessed the churning of the void in the flesh. Oh, I still feel the eye's presence in my mind.
Yes, yes. The Dead Sea with such depth.
I bet you the Eye thing is going to be related to the Curious Curio that we've seen 3 times already.
You shall see the truth. I know it.
The black rock with the glowy purplies. What's he have? Has he got bone charms on him? Nothing, just a pistol. What about you? Anything worth stealing? Ooh, he does have a bone charm. Him I do want. What else do we have? There's one more, wasn't there? You've got one too. Glowing butts. Spring razors. But I don't feel like killing anybody. Oh, just realized that this really is either the end of the game or towards the end of the game. That means we won't really get the chance to rob any more black markets. Just the 3. Hold up, I still see no clues for the gate tumblers. Which is fine, we got the open wall there. Just go in from the window. But I would be very surprised that there are no clues. Maybe there are none. And the intended pathing is either brute force the gate or find this opening. And everyone just leaving their pistols unsecure. Bullets everywhere. Oh, hello, you're new-ish. But I don't think this goes anywhere. No? No, I haven't been in here. This is new. Okay. And I kind of feel like if the code's going to be anywhere, this feels kind of like it'd be written on paper here. Where's the door anyway? Because I don't see any... I see walls. Wall, wall, wall. Oh, sealed doors, why? Supervisor's note. The front gate code is 405. I can't stay here a minute longer. For a while, it was just little flashes of light, like cracks in a window pane, but now... I hear voices. And it's not just a few whispers, whole conversations like they're right beside me. Sometimes I see strange people out of the corner of my eye, but then they're gone. It's like everything shivers and changes in front of me, and then it's back to normal, like nothing happened. This place is cursed. I don't know what's going on, but I'm not waiting for it to get worse. I'm going back to Karnaca. Connor. See? As I thought. If there's a gate code, it's going to be someplace. But I kind of like the idea of not using the gate. And then the survivors guess just how did we get invaded so thoroughly? The front door was barred, no one came through. Oh, too far away to blink to? Difficulties continue at Shinderi North Quarry. Concerning reports of disrupted mining activities at Shinderi North Quarry yet again, with many working on site complaining of unsettling visual and auditory hallucinations. These have ranged from seemingly innocuous instances of misplaced equipment to large sections of the mine disappearing and reappearing within hours. The widespread nature of these collective hallucinations have made them difficult for Shinderi Mining Company to dismiss. Furthermore, rumors of black damp, miners' slang for lack of breathable air caused by underground gases have spread, leading to several threats of a general strike across the company's workforce, as well as a growing labor shortage as many miners choose to leave the troubled site. Accusations of poor working conditions, particularly lack of adequate ventilation, are entirely unfounded and ultimately harmful to operations, said Bernice Castilla, a representative of the Shinderi Mining Company, when reached for comment. We are committed to the health and safety of our workers, and have taken steps to ensure those reporting headaches, memory loss, and hallucinations have access to proper counseling and treatment. If they were under Stilton, then sure, perhaps that would be true, but I think otherwise it's just legalese. Stilton was kind. It's a shame that even after rescuing Stilton, the oracular sisters of the Abbey still have to investigate him. Alright, so we have one man with a bone charm, one man without, and one woman on the roof. Okay, I think this will be easy, because I think he's fairly busy right now. What I'll do is take him, then pull him behind. Don't turn around, it's all alright.
Is he dead?
Oh.
You're not one of us.
There's a fourth person is why. That would make things more difficult. Which is okay, the plan could still work out. If I just pick him up and then say, displace him into here. One, where are you? Are you just here, really? Good eyes then. Good eyes if you saw him all the way across there. And nobody inside. Nobody's inside. Okay. A displace marker here ahead of time, that way. Choke him, turn around, blink in. As if I was never even here. And she just stands there staring. She doesn't see me choke him out. because I'm too far away, but him lying down does get her attention. The truth awaits. Tonight we commune with the eye. When you finish your studies for the evening, leave the library and join us to the chamber. The relic will look inside us, and we must aid its search. The void lies inwards. We must bring it to the surface to see its truth. Bring 3 sharp knives. I don't think it's going to be a potluck between you and me. 3 sharp knives. It could be more human sacrifice. What? Did he not have bone charm? I thought he did. I thought his butt was glowing. Also, cool lighting. 1 person, bad. 3 people, good. Okay, I think I get it. Wait, is this saying that I must have 3 people's worth of weight to go up, otherwise it won't operate? That's weird. Normally elevators have max weight limits, not minimal weight limits. And that's what? Just to get to the roof? Or higher? Could be higher. Lever locked. Okay, so it must be 3 people. Paranoia check? Quick paranoia check? Okay, never spotted. You never know. It's like in the... what was it? The Spectre Club? Simply... for some odd reason, choking out the one dude from behind marked it as being spotted by an enemy. Despite him having never
Who's there?
Whoa. Stared right at me, didn't see me. The bone charm that makes it so that people who are marked have worse perception is just way OP then. There, that's 1, 2, and 3. Including me. Maybe this goes up right, and in doing so, reveals something below. I don't see it. No, there are stuff below. Elixir, whale oil tanks. So maybe a room. And if there's a room, maybe a tunnel. Alright then, what to do about these gals? The easiest thing would be to get the one on top first. That's too far away from me though.
I've given up so much. My titles, loved ones, everything.
Okay, good.
Will it be worth it
There we go.
to see
Now wait for her to turn around.
to see
This
beyond
place
the
up,
real world?
then never. The truth awaits. 3 sharp knives, same as always. So they don't have glowing butts for bone charms then. That's disappointing. Anywho, where's a safe place to put you? Because it can't just have you walking outdoors in the sun all day long. This is Serkonos. It's further south in the tropics. Gonna overheat. Is that a tunnel? Is that a tunnel going across? And if it is, how did I miss that? Because I was here, and that's the adjoining building. Maybe what you have to do is go up here, then across, then up into the mountain? Because that's more building inside the rock. And what I need... Is it just here? Is this it? Is this... No. It's not inside the building, it's further away. I can't get a read, though, on what... Okay, it's here. Not there. It's okay. She's asleep. She's just unconscious. Just unconscious. Let's leave you out of the sun, Grandma. Just because you're a cultist doesn't mean you have to stand outside and overheat yourself, you know. Okay, same trick as before then. Displace marker. And displace. Smooth. All thanks to Xenesis for letting me know that one could even displace mark while foresighting. Tutorials might have mentioned it, but it just went straight out of my mind. Trying to survive everything else. What are these days? Use a hag pearl. Better not be anyone in here. This building was sealed. I just said. So who have we got? One cultist, two... a whole party of cultists. And then, this thing. See, I knew it. There was a tunnel to the next side over, and then a bone charm near as well. Okay, this might be an issue then, because we got all of you gals staring off towards him, and then him staring off towards them.
I remember one man, some aristocrat from Dunwall, was granted permission to join us here.
There were grenades that weren't there.
Brought his prize.
Way back towards the start. Hyperbaric grenades to knock people out.
You could keep it in the mine.
So I could use a couple of these.
What happened? We had him kill it. Drove a knife through its eye. Then we killed him.
Oh.
Outsider's death.
That was cooking the egg way too long. Let's try that again, since grenades are limited.
Kill it. Drove a knife through its eye. Then we killed him. For the eye.
What's all this racket?
Easy, easy, careful with her. That should be enough, right? Cool. No, no, wrong way. Thankfully, I don't think I got caught with that. A new bone charm, iron roots. Iron, iron, iron. Knockdowns, much less likely to affect you. You know how you don't let knockdowns affect you? By not getting knocked down. Another bone charm. Snap reaction. Snap reaction? No, snap reaction. Snap, snap, snap. Quick reflexes seem to slow time briefly when an enemy spots you. 1. Has an enemy spotted me? No. Good. 2. How does it count when an enemy spots you? Is it merely when they have their suspicions and come to investigate? Or do they mean, there goes Ghost, you've been spotted? Anyone to be worried for inside? Oh, you got stuff. But how to get there? I don't get there. Unless through here? Through here. 1, 2, and 3. And I see nobody else. Cool. Ooh, I should bring a body with me, steal his face, and pick them off one by one. Cosmic Predator style. Come with me, sir. You have friendships to betray through no fault of your own. Any notes here first? Nothing? Nothing of worth? Okay. Just access to your friends. First, where's my rats? What do you say? Just talk about teeth and biting still. Oh, they split up. I was going to pick them off one by one from behind. But I guess if they've all left...
Guardians of the ritual. All of you have
Even more people to stress about, too.
better existence. Lifting
Let's just take you out of the way, then. I see a glow here. But I don't see person. What is this glow? What is that glow? Was that somebody was supposed to walk here? Was that... I don't know what that is.
created the outsider himself, a face instead of the endless dark. Black eyes rather than that malevolent emptiness that came before. A voice speaking to select few,
I think
over which
that if I was
eyes
able to get behind him,
of forever.
from this angle, they wouldn't be able to see me.
And now he sleeps in the ritual home.
Mark. I know where he is. Oh, hi, Mark. Pretty sure I could only mark 4 max.
Curled in the crushing grip of the void itself, and he will sleep forever, fellow seekers, for that is our charge. For without the outsider, the void would hunger and roil, and the world itself would shudder.
We see what's real. We see what's beyond.
Okay, implications here. Him talking about this group having created the outsider. So they are the cultists from 4,000 years past, but more importantly, if no outsider, then the void destroys the world. But we see is kind of an interesting turn of phrase. It makes you wonder if the Arakider sisters,
Sometimes I wish
with the prophetic visions, are not a direct offshoot of this group, you know?
I would transgress.
What will the void do to my mind, my flesh?
I don't have to knock them all out, but I want to. It's a challenge in it. Okay, they've split up. Slightly. I'm thinking take her out first, because she's just staring down at them. Anything I do to them, she'll see. But if they're facing the right way and I take her out instead, it should be thoroughly unknown. Except now he's wandering, pacing back and forth. And now he's up here too, what the heck? Could these guys not watch each other's back for 5 minutes? Well, he's here too. Everybody just wants to get a bite out of me. Which is fine. Which is fine, because this way... Oh, that's okay. It's alright. It was a soft dunk. Not any permanent, long-lasting brain damage from hitting this thing. Now I can stand up here and pick them off at my leisure. New bone charm reflexes. What does reflexes do? Reflexes block to deflect projectiles. Nah, I won't. Because that requires getting into combat, and if you get into combat, you don't get ghostly. Because for being fought, you're being seen. That is not good for your spine. Back up, back up. There you go. I think I'll want to nab these two next. Oh, there's 3 up here. 4. This place is dense with people. But if I put one mine right here, that's most of them down. Haven't been spotted yet.
May the void blacken your eye.
Where did you disappear to?
I didn't spotted.
Let's not make this too quick.
Someone just had to see me. Of course they did. Hold up. Alright, where was I?
May the eye watch over you.
Oh, then he walks here. Perfect. Because now no one's gonna see that. And nobody cares? Nobody cares. And then maybe still his face?
Ready when my turn comes. What will the void do to my mind? My flesh?
Hey buddy, guess what? Hug, hug, hug. Ah!
How is this possible?
Just had to turn light. It's cool. It's cool. Just lets me know that what's-her-face has the sniffles. And gotta make sure she's not turning in this direction. Or maybe the simple act of taking this guy on is too loud inherently.
What must they have seen staring across that final release?
Yeah, because she's not turning her head this way. I think it's simply because...
Sometimes I wish I had never felt the draw
For so long,
to study the
held their
forbidden,
positions.
to transgress.
Maybe the act of...
How is this possible?
I was going to say, maybe the act of chopping him on the neck was too loud. And thus had... Oh, I see the problem. I see the problem. It's because I'm standing up. I'm standing up so I can walk freely among them. Just flaunting my face-stealing powers. And so, upon choking him out, and dropping the semblance,
So much.
I took like 3 steps backwards, and that was enough noise.
Everything. Will it be worth it?
The whalebone feels warm.
To see
I can feel it through the fabric.
There, see? Not walking, and so they haven't moved.
I didn't know. What? What?
Alright, I see it then. So even then, upon dropping the semblance, being seen by them, I guess I'm still in the periphery then, still within the visual cones. There's a room right here.
Cody and I used to have long discussions on ancient translation and linguistics. It's a pity, really. He was a true scholar.
I wouldn't praise him too loudly. He violated the highest commandments of our society. The ritual hold is forbidden to us, as
You
you
said
well
something?
know.
I understand his
I've been
pain.
hearing things again.
He had to die. I don't dispute that. But his work.
There are things that even those
Okay, who's here? I hear more people.
Sometimes I think
Forbidden. Could be worth looking into.
Hey, friend.
Void blacken your eyes.
As I put you to sleep. I still want to explore around here though. This feels like I'm getting way too close to the end. But I don't want to go to the end yet. When I die again. He's anticipating it then. He wants to die, I guess. Okay, who we got here? We got one person, I guess. The guy just nabbed was the one she was talking to. Raw whalebone times 4. Guessing this is more living quarters. I see what could be cots down here. So shouldn't be a big maze of stuff, I hope? Bone charm nearby. Where? Show me. All the way down here. Corrupt bone charm. Aww. And a diary. Plus alarm. Oh, another bone charm. And a third. It's not too far away then. Cursed gaze. What's the trade-off? I never use these cursed charms because the trade-off isn't ever good enough for me. Targets marked with foresight have reduced health, but only one target at a time can be marked by foresight. I could see that. That's actually pretty useful if I'm going to go combat in. Do foresight, mark somebody, swipe them with your sword, they're dead. Foresight again, mark somebody, swipe, repeat. That's the one cursed charm I've picked up this entire series that I think I would actually use if I was using a more combat-focused playthrough. Cultist Diary, 12th of Hearths. It has begun. When I woke this morning, my shoulder felt stiff and insensate. And when I expected it, there was a thread of pure silver stone running across my flesh. At last, I am merging with the void. Oh, to be removed from this reality and exist eternal in the next. To see the subtle shifts and patterns of the void, to be closed off from all contact with the lesser creatures. I am eager to see its progress. 24th of Clans. The stone spreads. I feel it humming with heat as it encloses my very heart. Sometimes I am breathless with it. I can barely listen to the others. At times my tongue won't move for hours and I am mute. 2nd of Nets. My left eye has been entirely subsumed by the void. I can see strange shifts in the light, but it is mostly endless darkness. I find it difficult to focus on my work. 11th Darkness. My pen slips from my hand, even as I try to write these words. My fingers have grown cold, and I am numb to all sensation. Some have been fused together in an amalgam of stone. I am exalted. I was just saying earlier that we haven't yet seen what I can only assume are void creatures that you see on the difficulty selection screen. Entry forbidden, but there's a bone charm. While Cody's diary is down in there. So I'm guessing those monstrous void creatures from later on are going to be later on. And are these cultists transformed? Hues of the Void by A. Non-Wee. We lack the language to express the void in all its complexities. We have no words for its beauty. There is a rich, velvety darkness at the depths of the ocean, the hollow hues of the sky on a starless night, the cold color when you close your eyes to moonlight, the mottled pigments of a bruise on tender skin, the sharp black at the corners of your vision as you faint from exhaustion, a crumbled anointment of old blood, your own face reflected faintly in a dark glass. I was ignorant of these delicate gradations when I first arrived, but the eye of the dead god has penetrated my senses and opened my mind. What was once a dull gray has revealed its subtle luster. In my former life, I was a painter. I captured the blush of a young debutante's cheek, or the turn of a noble, shapely calf. I was paid vast sums to render the most insipid, lifeless aristocratic faces into grand examples of virile splendor. But nothing I'd ever seen compares to the grace and color of the void. Funny that, because I was at the Eye of the Dead God. Is that thing? Whichever thing it was. Because color systems, right, aren't universal. We all know, I'm sure, that different colors have different names, and some colors are sometimes classified as the same ones or different ones in different languages. Which doesn't mean that different peoples were incapable of seeing different colors. Oh, this looks important. It's more what names people give to colors that kind of reflect their realities. Like certain cultures use wet or dry colors instead of our usual categorizations. So it could be that these Dunwall controlled peoples with a certain cultural hegemony that we see might lack proper colors to describe the void, but others might not. What did they hear? Anywho, I'm going to pull you into the store so nobody could see you or me. There, that's all I wanted. You know what? I should have marked them first, but that's okay. One, I want your bone charm.
I wish I had never felt
Bloodthirsty. I'm going to assume that Bloodthirsty isn't one that I want for a non-lethal playthrough. Adrenaline? Nah.
the draw, to study the forbidden, to transgress.
Don't question it, but I thought for sure that they were typing away computers.
Nothing.
Oh no, is your friend missing?
I'll take a look around.
I'll help you find her, I'll bring you to her. Taken from right next to her too. Without marking her first. Alright then, you two. Raw whalebone, hopefully. You don't mind me taking away. To my boy collection. There. Area is now safe from all the guys I've ID'd. Oh, but this place is big. Is this a library? They got a whole library in here. And where there's libraries, there's gonna be more people. Oh, this place is massive. I haven't even begun to, you know what, I haven't begun to explore here yet. There's everything here, everything down here. A thing way up there. Where are the other bone charms? There were more bone charms, weren't there? Bone charm down there with the cultist diary that I haven't been to yet. He's fine. And this goes through that direction. This is a dead end. Alright, just gotta make sure that I thoroughly enjoy the level and go every place it's worth going to. Is this gonna be more people? Is that a button? Probably elixir. Rats! More rats! Give me hints.
Far and high, far in small places, still the huge ice seas. The huge ice seas drags us to the dark places, drags us to the cold. Everything's stone, everything old.
Everything change. So I see. So being turned into stone isn't them becoming one with the void, it's the eye devouring and getting nourishment, I guess. Yay, made a loop. Close that off. Hey, note. Functions and responsibilities of recent initiates. New initiates for our fellowship are required to perform menial tasks for the upkeep of their and senior members' living conditions. These include, but are not limited to, laundering, sanitation and waste disposal, meal preparation, recording, dictation and copying notes, maintenance of technical equipment, record keeping and collation. Whatever your station was in life, you are now a custodian of the eye, a revenant of the outsider, and a member of our privileged community. Together we watch the ages pass with impunity. Together we maintain the delicate position of reality. Know that in time the void will open its truth to you, and all who seek it with fervor. Call it a hunch, but I think this cult might be a cult. In the sense that I think they're taking advantage of the new initiates. I don't think there's immortality as What's-Her-Face was hoping for. The promise thereof, the promise of becoming one with the void. I'm thinking that is your typical culty relationships of stuff. And new members get fed to the eye, you take their worldly possessions or whatever.
What will it be like to finally experience an end? I see forever, and even I can't see that future.
Just want to see the thing below the elevator. And the sky is evidence of me ever having been here. Well, if you don't count all the sleeping bodies I've been leaving in my wake. Guess it doesn't matter then. Well, that's it. Just elixir, old whale oil tanks, and no tunnel. I was kind of hoping. I guess the question becomes, what exactly is the timeline that the Shinari mining company went out of business here? Because the place existed, it was a major mining operation, people were drawn to it, people wrote letters back and forth, it was covered in newspapers. And then at some point it shuts down, because this is a rift in the void, I guess, and things bleed out from one reality to the other. But was the cult here first? I assume they were. And did they just, like, allow the mine to operate? And then as the mine left, the mining company left, they just filled in the niche? This is 3 people. 1, 2, 3. Including me. Fine. Or was it that the cult only began operating here after the mining company was shuttered or during its operations? Because I can't really see the two coexisting. considering the reverence these guys have for the void and the eye. I mean, isn't this the peak where the outsider was sacrificed? Is this not where it all went down 4,000 years ago? Okay, so we have heckin' big library here. Okay, good. By coincidence, it's safe to come up. Chant of the Eye. A voice for the silence. A face for the terror. A body for the darkness. A wound for the wanting. A knife for the knowing. A hold for the hollow. A truth for the seeker. A charge for the warden. An eye for the eyeless. Whispers of the Void by Barnoli Mulani. Yeah, the modest proposal, that's old stuff. More of the library. Where will these stairs go? Want to see if my back is secure. Rats. Any more hints for me? Flesh biting, tearing.
Stone hard. Tastes bad. Breaks teeth.
Hey, potatoes. My potatoes now. Alright, so what was even the clue for the rats for the last time? Oh, here we go. Kill the outsider, or find another way. A non-lethal approach. But if I don't kill the outsider, won't he remain to feed and nourish the eye? A huge number of rats whose whispers allude to a huge eye that acts as a window to the void. Oh, window to the void. Maybe the eye isn't sentient at all. More evidence for the cult is a cult. The higher-ups know that the eye is merely a conduit to the void, but are willing to exploit the believers and have them operate off the assumption that the eye is an object of worship. It's up here. Okay. And I still want to get to that one locked room. A cultist, 2, 3, and whole cluster. Oh, and 4. I'll mark you. Because you'll see me, maybe. Plenty of people here, actually. But most important, I think, is this guy right next to me, whose face I want to steal. Just pulling him aside for some face time. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3 here. I'm pretty sure there's a 4th someplace. Marked, marked, marked. What else do I care about? I think I'll mark you then, because you're staring out of this direction. An evaluation of the prominent eyeless of Karnaka. Jacobi. Further delay. He is a man of singular dedication. Any difficulty he encounters he overcomes by sheer force of persistence. He is undoubtedly devoted to our intellectual ideals. A studious man, dispassionate, yet obsessive. In his single-mindedness he can be prone to nervous fits and neglectful of himself and other duties. Furthermore, he is too enamored of the sanguine infusion and its effects on his mind. Yun for the delay. An aesthet. An aesthet. He appreciates the patterns and nuances of the void. His knowledge and passion would enrich our pursuits here. But the man is a celebrity. As of yet, he would not be suited to our rigors or our lifestyle. His public profile is too high to relocate without causing some alarm. And we believe he enjoys that fact. Michaels. To ascend within 3 years. Oh, Michaels, you see, you're getting exactly what you want. A woman of consummate control. She has maintained a network of patrons and subordinates, which allows our influence to spread and our studies to continue. Her reliability and constancy is unquestionable. It is through her efforts and resources that the dangerous relics from the outsider's creation has been kept secured. Our trust was not misplaced. Until I robbed her of everything her bank holds, and more importantly, the reputation. This is gonna be tough. Oh, now they're all walking. Oh, this is my chance. This would have been my chance. Because so many people are facing away now. I just see the girl on the catwalk to not see me. That was so close. That was entirely way too close. I don't think they saw me. They're gonna find the body, though, of the guy whose face is so prior. Paranoia check? Somehow wasn't spotted by enemies. Hey, friend. Do you have any idea who that was earlier? Was it me? What? Oh. Oh. How do they see through my glamour? Who? 'Cause I'm seeing the face of a person I left way down back there. They shouldn't have seen through me. Oh well.
The outsider is walking among us, always watching. And sometimes I sense his black stare at my back.
Where's the other guy? It's his body. Okay, I think the best thing to do for her then. No, no. Okay. Now is my chance while nobody's looking. And then let's see. Blink, blink. No, not mine's. Blink. Or this place, whatever.
Is someone asking for trouble?
That was close. That was somebody from the opposite end of the catwalk who saw me that time. Who saw something, I should say. I think it's because he saw the person I was dragging. I think that's what it is. So if I go to where that guy was, then he'll ID the guy that was being carried off. So smart play is to get to everyone else. Get some distance. Then nab you. Oh, I can't nab you.
I just need to know.
What?
Very
How can you
impressive.
change?
Alright, alright. Maybe then I'll go for the wood on top. Because they won't see up where she is. I don't think. She sees me now. Or can see me now. Maybe I'll go ahead and put like this.
The void for so long.
And a nice, tidy place to hide her.
Always watching.
So comforting.
Sometimes.
Even more stuff up here. Oh, I see. That's who saw me then. It was her who ID'd me. That's okay. That's okay. Because this is all going to be very methodical. What? Who's she? Why did I mark her? Wait, is she way back from earlier? No, couldn't be. Or maybe it is, because I marked... No, because there was somebody here who was watching these two. Right. I marked her, because she was standing way over there. I don't need to mark you. Then. Okay, that makes this guy a lot easier. Just gotta wait for him to turn around. As so.
No farther, stranger.
She just had to see me. She just had to do her patrol at that time. And I just had to be out of magics. Okay, this is fine. No one sees him here. So all I have to do is wait for this one person.
This world with the dragging of a knife blade.
And I'll put you where I put the first gal.
Who's there?
Oh, who saw? Who saw?
You don't deserve the touch of the outside.
Really?
You piece of...
Aww. Alright, so I won't put him. Unless... First step. Dismark you. I don't need you. Then mark you two. To weaken your perceptions of me. Perfect. And now I simply wait. Dude, did you see that? A little tiny lightning bolt. Somebody almost saw me from way off across the cave. A whole chasm. Keep each other company. Buddy system. Alright, alright. And since these two are both marked, their chance of seeing me has been astronomically reduced. No notes here.
I should search my bone talisman and wail for 2 hours. It has
We Watch the Stars by F. H. Clapp, from a monograph on celestial cartography. Any child knows the constellations above the Isles, the captain at the helm, the tusked Leviathan, the vain Duchess, the scaled he-goat, the Moth King. Tales older than the outsider himself, patterns read long ago by the fearful and ignorant to create meaning of the emptiness that engulfs them. The supposed significance of one's birth in relation to these signs is a common folk tale. Those born under this or that set of stars would be lucky or obedient or stubborn or proud. This is, of course, simple superstition. But what may be read in the stars is of greater substance of the fortunes of the unimportant masses. The sky's night, the night sky, foretold the necessity of the outsider, and urged the envisioned to seek out the wretched who would become him. It is not simply the movement of these distant stars, but when they blink out into nothingness, that tells us what the void requires. Alongside the migration of birds and the entrails of certain animals, the disappearance of several prominent celestial lights urged the ancient envisioned to take the helpless orphan and create the outsider from his wretched flesh. It's just systematical then. All this, with the outsider, is to avoid the entropy that is inherent to reality.
what must they have seen, staring across that final abyss?
Oh dude, those are it. Those are the things from the difficulty selection screen that I was talking about. We haven't met those yet. And there isn't much game left as far as I can tell. This trick only possible because of its total lack of perception being marked by me. And only because I have the phone charm that allows that to happen in the first place. Otherwise, marking people wouldn't be able to do that. They just mark them for your own benefit. Preliminary notes on the void anomalies. Despite the difficulty, we have managed a general study of the observable hollows, as some have called them. The anomalies and their provenance still baffle us. These flaws of reality are imperceptible to those who have only recently joined in our seclusion. Extended communion with the eye is necessary before anything of this nature is revealed to us. Does the eye know? Does it share this knowledge with us so we might understand their nature? If so, what else might dead eyes see? These confluences of the void show us the possibilities of time. As the ritual hold is outside of time's reach, are we bound up with the strands of several divergences? It may be there are still things, or things still beyond our sight. We who watch the world align itself to our desires. Are we to witness the end of time as we understand it? I mean, maybe. If killing the outsider is gonna... This is thinking right. I'm thinking that's all that's left for this area. Or maybe these two down here, maybe a bit more up ahead. And the two up on the catwalk. Hey, a painting. That I can't take. He's got 3 eyes, though. The heart of the void. Oh, I see, I see. It's not that he has 3 eyes, as he's got his face over his face. The outsider, then.
She's seen through dark waters. Soon, she will see the obscure.
I think he is talking about Billy, then. Paranoia check. 0s. Good.
While the sheep slumber, he shaped them.
So here's what I'll do. I'll grab her face. Oh wait, I should have waited. That's fine. Not gonna see? Some friend. She should have seen that. There's no way she didn't. And now, her consciousness is over. It's alright, though. See, she's gonna become one of the Void Beasts. Because the Void is closer when you're asleep. I'm just bringing them closer to the Outsider. Essence of Eternal by Polina Rozakova. From a treatise on the Void. It is impossible to study the Outsider without also examining that desolate place which so exalts him. But it is a grave error to mistake one for the other. True, the Void rests upon his shoulders. We know that he, like the eye of the dead god which grants us his knowledge, is both a focal point and a catalyst for its power. We know that he alone, bound there, obscures the true nature of that place from those who teem below in Karnaca and all the isles beyond. But the Void exists eternal, while he is but a figure of the envisioned place there, in their wisdom. The Outsider is a static point, a truth upon which we build our foundations. But the Void is shifting, dynamic, a vast, ever-changing place which grasps at our world through every crack and fissure it can, from the wants of the living to the remains of the dead. We who cross this border see this hold on our very bodies. We who live upon the threshold know its nature. The best word we have for it, perhaps, is hunger. Cool, cool. It's alright. If I need to steal more faces, I'll simply grab some. What is here? Is this a way into that one locked room? It better be. No, this is just down here where they're eating. Then who's got the key for it? None of these guys do. If they have things to loot, it's just ammo, which I can't carry any more of. Bone charm nearby, but I see no way to get down here. There's an audiograph, a diary. I see no buttons or any mechanisms though. It is simply a simple room. No wires, no buttons, no mechanism. So no key, no entry. Maybe this Malchiodi? This Malchiodi fellow is probably going to be close to the eye. He sounds important. Also for the paintings, I know I kept saying N degree number for this whole time. It took me a while to realize it's not N degree number, it's number. Number X, number Y. Oh cool, upper level. I don't think I was up here. Lost Days of Shinderi, a memoir. It started with hallucinations. Juana Gallardo screaming when her house vanished as she unlocked her front door. Miners returning from the depths with hair-raising tales of tunnels appearing, already cored and cleared beneath their pickaxes. But soon, the entire town was awash in the unexplainable. The first time I hallucinated, I was working at the Shinderi Mining Company's store, distributing supplies to prospectors fresh off the carriages from Karnaka. I pulled a head lantern from the shelf and turned to hand it to a customer, but he was gone. The shop was gone. I was standing alone at the dust-swept street, amid tumbled ruins. It was North Quarry Town, but it was different, as if decades had pressed it into the earth. I blinked, and the vision dissipated. I was left befuddled, staring at a curious customer. Soon all of North Quarry started flickering in and out of existence. Talking to a friend, and they disappear mid-sentence. Rolling over in your bedroom and wake under starry skies. We lost sense of what was real and what was illusory. And it worsened. The town disappearing for days, we camped in caves and spoke in hushed voices. It became unbearable. One by one, my neighbors fled to Solero, Bastilian, anywhere but Shinderi. Soon I was the only one left, wandering deserted streets alone. I'd gone half mad with loneliness, roaming mine shafts deep into the mountain, when I stumbled upon a giant eye. It seemed to hum with power, beckoning me, and when I touched the eye, understanding exploded within me. The invisible layers of the universe were laid bare to me. I left the mines a wiser woman, Shinderi's secrets a mystery no more. I witnessed no more vanishings. Forever after, the town remains stone solid for me. Well, I suppose this answers my previous question. That there was a cult who sacrificed the outsider 4,000 years prior. True. That there's a cult now who worship or rely upon this eye. True. But the two need not be one. Anything else here? A way into that room? No, it's not. Game's not gonna be that generous. Stops before it gets into it. Rat hole maybe. Is there a rat hole anywhere around? I would have seen it if there was. And I doubt that I can blow it up. Alright, Malchiodi. Where's Malchiodi? Rats, any clue?
Careful. Once warned us. Never let tales twist together. Time. Trapped together. Dying.
No rat kings, got it. Wait, what is through here anyway? Just to the eye. Okay. Which means just you two now, I'm guessing. Since I am not seeing anyone else. No, there's more down here. Another group. And then I think that's it.
No. Have you read the third book of Laspinard's seminars? Surely you must. It's essential. The Envision broke apart the gate to the ritual hold to maintain the order of our existence.
Oh, that's what I'm hearing.
And the pieces exist outside of the passage of time. It is the basis of our semiotics. Thusly, all meaning flows from this state of within and without.
Just had to turn around. Oh, I see. Dude, he's just way blind to me. Turn back around, Abe Lincoln.
I just need some sleep.
Oh, then he touched me. Was I too close then? I thought it was just simply that I didn't crouch. And you might have heard my footfalls.
Thusly, all meaning flows from this state of within and without.
Yes. My work focuses on this foundational act. The exclusion of the outsider is necessary to maintain the hermeneutics of the self. Us what is
He doesn't want to be captured.
without the outsider to create that distinction.
Have you encountered Camilla Correa's latest work? There is always the problem of framing, of delimitation. Do these distinctions make communication?
Most alert cultist ever. And 3 more in here. Mark you 1, 2, and 3. Now they'll have a harder time to see me. Thinking I might want to go above and then see what I can do with them. Come on, Billy, to the chandelier. You know what? No, not real grenade. Hyperbaric. They're fine. Even if you did just do a, what was that? A triple backflip onto his neck. Whalebone only. They're all unconscious at least, but no key. I thought for sure if there was a key it would be down here. Can the outsider speak? An analysis of his visitations. 1. It is a rare enough tale, but one which varies only in tone and enthusiasm of its narrators. Select few are, through dreams or contact with shrines, transported to the void and converse with the outsider himself. Some, it is said, walk away from the encounters with his favor. Naturally, it is difficult to untangle reliable accounts from the ramblings of desperate seekers of the outsider's attention. Nevertheless, an analysis of these events is warranted. The Abbey of the Everyman warns that the outsider walks among them, but to them he is merely the stranger who tempts you to infidelity or the pickpocket who robs you of trinkets. Only the barest understanding of the truth exists in their foolish litany. We of the eye know where the outsider truly lies. However, if these stories are to be believed, then we must question the extent of his power in the void. Does he choose these dialogues consciously? What is the nature of these conversations, if indeed they are intelligible? What is his physical nature in these moments? These are the questions I attempt to answer in the chapters that follow. Oh no, are there more of them. I don't mind critical thinking and scientific inquiry. But still, I want keys, not readings. Not right now, at least. Ritual hold. Oh, I see. Just a map. Ritual hold is in the middle. The void is in the second strata. And Shindari North Quarter. Empire of the Isles. Okay. Chapter 4 of the analysis of his visitations. Where's chapters 2 and 3? Library inventory and upkeep. Our referencing system needs to be reviewed as soon as possible. Bibliographical inconsistencies have been noted in several recent works, which make study and citation difficult. Some of the older texts have been gnawed at by rats and need to be rebound. Make sure there's no mold in the pages for removing the damaged bindings. The mines could be damp in unexpected places. Also, put down more poison. The first lot is clearly not working. Have the latest accounts of sanguine infusion use been sent to us? It is needed for our research. Repeated use of these infusions seems to have deleterious mental effects alongside prolonged contact with the void. It is of great interest. We must compare long and short-term consequences. One of the eyeless in Karnaka has smuggled a letter along with his shipment of texts and provisions. It was examined and burned. Its intended recipient is unknown, but it appears to be from a loved one. We will find out for whom it was written and deal with them accordingly. For now, direct the eyeless to seek out the smuggler and the loved one. First Liberian, Servo Nero. No hint there, just more lore about the extent and the practices of these dudes. And even more library to go. I thought that was it. At the very least, the more I explore does mean that the less there is. Chapter 4. We must consider then the possibility of the outsider's own agency in these encounters. Does the void itself direct his intentions? Or does the boy in vision submerge into the ether of that place so long ago to retain a portion of his memory, his conscience, and indeed his desires? If we must entertain the thought, then we must also radically restructure our approach to the void and its lonely netizen. For surely it is alarming to consider, if the outsider speaks, why does he not speak to us? He has never conversed with a member of our society, let alone bestowed any favor. Yet we in all the Isles know the truth of his creation, and are his wardens of the void. So why then does he so often appear to the ignorant and the miserable, the wronged and the hurt? What knowledge does he seek? What does he hope to gain by traversing the dreams of these people, or by granting them such abilities as to allow them to change the circumstance of their lives? I am afraid, as always, that my research has left us with more questions than answers. Oh, you poor eyeless, you see. The outsider only cares about whether or not you are interesting. Hence why Sokolov, for all his attempts, had no progress catching his attention or favor. And same with Jindosh. There's chapter 3. The most common dialogic interactions recorded with the outsider are conjurations occurring at one of the many shrines to him, constructed across the Isles. They are considered, like all things of interest, heretical by the Abbey, and are forbidden from public view. These simple altars, often made of wood, wire, and other materials found close at hand, are adorned with candles, dried herbs, coin, and pieces of carved whalebone known to possess a blessing from the void. It is not known if any item beyond the latter makes a tangible difference to the shrine's power. Nevertheless, it is through these ritualized sites that contact with the outsider is thought possible. However, many such attempts are failures. Long are the lists of potential incantations, sacrificial animals, and bodily fluids which are said to compel the outsider to appear. None are successful. But yet there remain scattered first-hand accounts of people bearing on their flesh what is known colloquially as the outsider's mark, which we recognize as a symbol engraved in whalebone runes, seemingly communing with these altars and, when they wake, are able to recount specifics of the outsider's voice and appearance, which do not vary substantially in the description. It's all very cool lore, but it isn't a key. But I just realized something. This particular side of lore here kind of implies, it kind of feels like, I should say, like a termination of a property. Like, here we are, at the end of the series, let us answer all these questions. And explain to you some mysteries, or provide even some more mysteries, to satiate your curiosity in the coming months and years when there is no more of any given property or series. Chapter 2? Chapter 2. Perhaps the most well-documented, yet also the most dubious of the outsider's visitations, are his encounters with the men and women of the Abbey of the Everyman. Aside from vague descriptions of temptations which the overseers and oracular sisters both attribute to the outsider's presence, there are cases of the outsider visitations in this category which merit our attention. The first is this bloviating account of the confrontation between the outsider and High Overseer Francis Perry. It is maintained that the outsider assumed the form of a large serpent and attacked the High Overseer in his chambers. I must stress the falsity of the story. The outsider's physical form exists bodily in the void, and does not, as we know, shapeshift like a trickster from some fanciful tale. However, turning to the confessions of an excommunicated oracular sister by the name of Romana Kaim, we find a plausible tale. She recounted a dream in which the outsider appeared to her, and understanding the circumstances of her wrongful conviction of apostasy, offered her a gift. This was rejected. The next morning she was branded and turned out to the streets. I don't know, that does seem to support the idea that the outsider only goes to those he deems interesting. What more interesting, after all, than an oracular sister, falsely accused of apostasy, to be branded and have her physical life torn away, her liberties reduced? That could be fun. To give her untold, unholy powers, the likes of which she has sworn her life against. Much more interesting than a cultist who has subscribed themselves into being the wardens of the void. The void never asked for that. Okay, I'm upset. This has been the entire area. This is the entire cave system. And no key. This is a sloppy Joe that is all slop and no Joe. There is a bone charm in here. I need it. Is there any key in the area? Carrots. I feel like this is probably akin to robbing from the black markets. A puzzle with a maybe weird solution. So far, I have a single door. Malchiotti's key needed. I don't know who Malchiotti is. I thought for sure that Malchiotti would be one of the dudes who I've seen in some position of authority speaking to one. But there is neither Malchiotti here. No one has anything. Paranoia check? Zeros. Knocked out 29 people and approached their corpses with the express purpose of looting them. If there was a key, be highlighted. This will take shock. There is nothing, there is no key. I think then the only thing left to do is to proceed to the eye.
You'll have to be much more specific than that.
Inside the ritual hold. Is someone asking for trouble?
I'm going to have...
Two people. One of you better be Malchiotti.
look around.
Come on, come forward. Come on over. Come on, Alkiadi, maybe.
Wait.
No key on her. Useless. There's the last one. There's one more woman here. But she vanished into the ether. Did she become consumed by the eye?
That's it. The eye of the dead god. It's watching me.
Is it? Nah, it's fine. There's no key here either though, oh my goodness. Just what is this nonsense? For real though, where did the other girl go? Did she get eaten? Cause the only way... Yeah, she vanished. Just straight up vanished. Let me see, where was I? Where was I before being spotted? To the eye. I guess. No key up here. Then there really is no key anywhere. I don't know how I missed it. No, not mine. For once, let me simply use the thing that I dropped my cursor onto. Yeah, there are two people. 1 and 2.
You'll have to be much more specific than that.
Inside the ritual hold, meeting the outsider face to face. His black eyes, his youthful form untouched by time. I've read varying sources which recount our forebears walking with the outsider in dreams. One even vividly described him inviting her to suckle blood from the wound the envisioned inflicted upon him centuries ago.
Sounds
I
fake.
wouldn't believe such accounts. They're based on poor scholarship, mystical.
This gal sounds like she knows something.
Set these wonderings aside. We know the nature of the outsider. There is only one place where he exists in the flesh, and it is forbidden to us.
Still, it's tantalizing to think about. I mean,
I know what you mean.
Don't turn around you. Cool.
What must it feel like to bathe in the energy
Whalebone.
of the void?
Alright, couple of questions. One, how on earth did the cultists get up here without any riggings or anything else? 2, he's fine. Being landed on from above simply does nothing to them. They're very resilient people. Where is Key? I have knocked out every single person in this area. I have looted from all of their pockets. And yet, they still wish to deprive me of a means to get into this one singular room. That's all that's left. Let me in! Very strong door. That'd be silly if all you had to do was slash up the wire grating. Because it's just chicken wire. The strongest chicken wire in the world. I really don't see any other means to get into here. I don't see the keys up here. Is there a key in here? Is it in this room? Just in someplace? Highlight for me, key. Where you at? There is nothing here. What even is that? Oh, it's sealed. The box is sealed too, with the combination lock. So it's not enough that the front door's locked, but there's a combination too in here. Where's the diary? The diary is inside the box. So the combination isn't outside the box, or it's not what should be. It's not in the diary. It could be in the audiograph. Maybe the only thing to do is to go into the void, to the ritual space, see if I can't find this Malchiati person. See, she had bone charm, but when I grabbed her, I'm pretty sure all I got was whalebone. I think that's true for others too. Whalebone instead of bone charm.
Meeting the outsider face to face. His black eyes, his youthful form untouched by time. I've read varying sources which recount our forebears walking with the outsider in dreams. One even vividly described him inviting her to suckle blood from the wound the envision
Maybe,
inflicted upon
if I take these guys out the wrong way,
centuries
what
ago.
bone charms they have crumble to dust, and all you get is raw whalebone. Or maybe it's a repetition thing. I've got loads of not whalebones. That too. A bone charm. Maybe duplicates just pop up as whalebone?
Still, it's tantalizing to think about. I mean,
I know what you mean.
Come now, separate. We don't wish to separate.
While the sheep slumber, we shape things. We made this world with the dragging of a knife blade.
Did they? That kind of implies continuity between the cult of 4,000 years ago and the awakening at Shindari Mining Complex.
Anybody there?
Yoink. See, just raw whalebone. The foresight did say that she had actual bone charm. But instead, just whalebone. So I'm guessing it is just a matter of duplication. Have charm already, just get bone. So I guess for now there's nothing left to do but go into the eye, inspect it, become touched by the Vorlon, the void. Which is cool, since I don't have anything here yet. I could kill the guy, find him, stab him, but find the other way I have not. Hoping that's in the locked room.
That's it. The eye of the dead god. It's watching me.
You know, I thought it was just gonna be like a ball. Or a portal, figuratively called the eye. But this does kind of look eyelidish. And is that not the very image of a tear duct? Well, that means it's the right eye. Nose, and another eye further down, maybe.
It's been a part of me since this all started. It's cold. Dead. But it still sees.
Are you getting your arm back, Billy? Achievement, dead eye. Dead eye might. Well, I've approached the eye. Wait a minute. Oh, and I'm in the void.
Everything. The void. Like looking under the waves and into the sea.
Here's the issue, though. Is this gonna get me into the place I want to get to? He's dead. Malchiote's last notes! Ah! Please tell me, Malchiote, that you have the key too! What I do for the sake of my studies. The risks are great, but it was never in my nature to leave questions unanswered. Everything must be revealed in time. The others may judge me, but that same desire exists in their own hearts. They are simply too cowardly to pursue it. The only means of the ritual hold lies in pieces, suspended at the moment in time which that ancient gate was shattered. I will break the oldest and most sacred dictates of our order by simply approaching it, and to attempt to trespass. I do not know if I will succeed, but I must try. Whatever happens to my body, I know that my research is hidden in a safe place in my cell. In his cell. In his cell. Like a cloistered cell for monks. Or a prisoner's cell. Was he a prisoner? My life has led to this moment. My wasted youth in the Academy of Natural Philosophy, my time with the eyeless, my years in the sanctum, and now I may finally uncover the secrets of the ancient language. Key added! And that's the other way. Well, since this is Billy, sing with
How long
eyes.
has the outsider been drowning at the heart of the void?
Alright, so I guess this is a mining complex, but with eyes that see into the void then, so I should be able to go back into Malchiote's room. This is great, I can't see anything. Well, surely these are all good little cultists, and as such, nobody is profane enough to touch the eye and wander into the void, right? So it's just me all by my lonesome. Except for her. An unconscious cultist. Wait, no. No. I made her unconscious. That's right. Wait then. What, I have seen all these people. Yeah. This is a walk down. And then there's gonna be her. Oh, that's how they got up here, because at their true sight they can see this catwalk that exists in one world but not the other. Would these fellows have been then? That. Tutorial, defensive blocking. Oh, he saw me. And for sure they count as enemies, don't they? Yeah, spotted twice. With rice. Hold up, just to make sure. 0 times spotted. Okay. Alright. I was wondering, right, because some of these women, and cultists in general, have faces that are partway stony and void touched. And I was thinking, what if, when I come to the void, those who I had not knocked out would manifest as these void monsters? But nah, turns out they have their own void monsters separate. Is that a way through? No, that's rock. So who have we got? An envisioned. I see what they're called now, okay. So these are not robots, they're not clockwork men, they're not monsters. So I guess they are monsters. But they're not hounds. Who saw? Who saw? Did you hear that? How do you hear that? Well, there's a death. My first for the day. Where's my death counter? Didn't have my death counter up. Bam. Death number 8 for Death of the Outsider. This is going to be tricky then. Tricky. Oh, hi, Mark. Okay, but how do I get around then? With all these creatures in the way. I want to go straight. Can it go straight down? No, it's all rock here. Maybe... Hold up, this seems dangerous. Seems dangerous, so I gotta. Where is a relatively horizontal surface? Oh, that is not gonna work. That's gonna kill me. No! Still alive. Cool. Oh, this is way outside.
How long has the outsider been drowning at the heart of the void?
To go all the way back out there, I get it. Well, that's fine. Because then I could just go... Never mind. These things hit hard. I guess functionally they are They do function almost exactly like the Clockwork Soldiers. Which makes me wonder then if they do count for killings. Whoa. Easy, Billy. Don't get too nuts here.
How long has the outsider been drowning at the heart of the void?
Sticky grenades, don't need. Alright. I thought that thing itself was shifting, but no, that was just Billy respiring. Oh, another one? Of course it wouldn't be too easy. Well, actually, if he's out here, that would be my chance to go back in, but now he's in. Because that would be the easiest way back up. Could I go? We got 3 bodies here. Oh, I could have gone down just like that. Well, that's great to know that. Well, now I know. By means of exploring some. Alright, in that case, easier way down achieved. Oh wait, not this way. Unless I bring a body with me. Oh, doesn't want to come with. Live a little, corpse. Gotta live a little. Well, this seems really horizontal. Though it is all the way down there. And thus out of reach. Unless maybe? Wow. Wow, way too much momentum that time. Went from merely falling to slingshotting myself right to the floor. Okay, part way down seems to work most of the time. Then small fall, which is okay. Small controlled falls. Close enough.
How long has the outsider been drowning at the heart of the void?
Suddenly, all the snail shells of how to explore through this area make sense. You heard that? You didn't spot me, right? Cool. There's gonna be more up here, I know it. Those two cannot be the only ones. I'm thinking, anytime there's a cluster of eyeless, there is an envision among them in this world. No, there isn't one here. Maybe not then, this was pretty much labor stuff, I guess. I got scared. That light up ahead. Yellow light, making yellow highlights. But oh no, running straight into one. Oh, hello, this is different. The things I do for falling for pretty new sights and scenarios. The trouble I get myself in. I think the outsider doesn't want to be killed. Since he's showing me these things, the Hallows, and explaining all this. I'm thinking perhaps the outsider knows that he has some sort of cosmic importance. Like, sure, he might be living forever, being devoured by the void. But in doing so, he's holding down some massive butterfly. Anything else here? It's coming this way. At the very least, I don't think they teleport unless I'd given them reason to. They see something weird, and thus must inspect it. I want to keep jumping ahead, but I also have to conserve some void magics to surveil what's ahead. Because of that. Anyone else here? Nobody else? Okay. Don't come this way, sir. Paranoia check, set at zeros. Still at zeros. Oh no. So they do short-range teleporting. Just to be unsettling. Hey, look, who saw? Who saw? Nobody saw? Nobody saw that?
Is that the mark of the outsider? This one was obsessed like all the rest. What did he find out? The combination to his safe might have something to do with those strange symbols.
I think I see. 6 is this mark. Is this a 2? 9. 9, 6, 2. Easy peasy. Clumsy assassin. Well, I got all the bone charms as far as I know. Brief invisibility after choking or assassinating an enemy. Great. But louder making noise and more visible when leaning. Not great. Melchiades' diary. Second month of darkness. I am now certain of the meaning of that script adorning the flesh of those few who encounter the outsider. It is his name, the name he lost when he merged with the void. And if this name is returned to him, the old ritual performed by the Envision years ago would be undone. This revelation sends shivers down my spine. What I hold is a catalyst that could undo everything our collegiate has accomplished. 11th, month of high cold. The ancient language tantalizes me still. The pronunciation was never formed for any earthly tongue. Perhaps these people long ago spoke with the spirits. But speculation is one of many pitfalls which threatens the errant philologist. To pursue this further would necessitate transgressing the deepest commandment of our order. No one has entered the ritual hold since the outsider merged with the void. But to find one of those cursed spirits, to read this language, it intrigues and frightens me in equal measure. 27th, month of high cold. Against all caution, all prudence, all sense of loyalty, I persist. I cannot abandon my research. This place, this reliquary that holds the outsider's true form calls to me. If my plan to enter the ritual hold is found out, all is lost.
What? The mark is the outsider's name.
This mark?
And this says only spirits in the void can read it.
Oh no, what must be done then? What must be done? Release the outsider, but how? Persuade a spirit in the ritual hold to read the mark of the outsider, and return him to his mortal self, and then kill him. Paranoia check, quick paranoia check. 0 spotted by enemies. Okay.
The topography of the void is dependent upon reality to supply the base material for it to mirror. However, there is one place that has no referent in our world. Though I know the void sees into
The ritual hold.
My fellows call it the ritual hold.
The ritual hold.
Some say it is a cradle, others say a tomb. The outsider himself resides there. To even approach the gate to that place is sacrilege. And even then, the void itself keeps it shut to living eyes. Truly, the ritual hold exists outside of time itself. It would be as futile as it is forbidden to enter. These are thoughts for another time. My research into this ancient alphabet continues. Some remnants of their phonemic qualities are preserved in our oldest writings.
Truly.
The language possesses an unusual amount of diphthongs, reliant on distinction in tone and pitch to convey meaning. These symbols, I know the very nature of the void runs through them, but is it a dead language, or the language of the dead? Perhaps that could be the title of my next monograph.
Cool. Now to somehow escape all these things and make it, what, back to the beginning, I imagine, to go all the way down here? Doors can't stop it, so no point closing it. Just teleports through. Nice of it to wait, though. For me to finish up in the room before coming back out. And there's one more returning. Quickly, quickly. I do want to room up here, though, because there is... Was it over here? Where something cool was? Something cool and new that only exists in this version of the world? But it's fine. I don't got to explore, do I? I've already explored plenty. Over what? 2.5 hours? In this one mission alone? I could go through here. But activating the elevator has that one roaming this way, hear me. So nah, through the bridge. And I could just fight him, where's the fun in that? That it wouldn't be stealthy. Wait a tick. Hold on, hold on. Do they care if I wear the face of the other cultists? Because if so, I've left bodies everywhere. That makes things a little bit easier. Will they care? She's fine, just unconscious. Quadruple paranoia check, still zeros, but just gotta make ultra sure. Hey Ralph. They don't care if I'm wearing the face of a cultist. Alright, it can't be that easy then. Would have been funny if it did work. Oh, well, I won't put it up there. So we have one envisioned and another one blocking my other egress. Marking partially to see them, and partially because if they're marked with the bone charms I have. Wait, hold on. It's just up ahead then. Just straight up. Is it really just straight up ahead? Oh, looks like it. I thought I had to go all the way through here, back and around, then find some other back route up, but no, it's just straight. Alright, let's find a spirit to convince. Spirit? Not a spirit. To the ritual hold? Do I just jump? Or just walk into it? That works too. A hole in the world.
He's here. I can feel it.
Hey, whales! Living whales too! Not just floating whales. Whale corpses, I mean. Like you'd seen the void in the first game. Are those tusks or tentacles? Or ribs? Forget I asked. Could I swim? Oh. I could walk. How far can I walk? Oh, now I swim. What? I see something. I have no clue if I'm making progress or not. No matter. Oh dude, he's not just on an island. On a cut of rock too. Are these spirits? Should I follow them? Light out every candle? No, that was keep coming back. Still cool, I guess. At the very least, I'm pretty sure I can run freely here. Definitely won't be any cultists in this profane place. Ancestly envisaged? The whatevers are them. Just beefier. Whale, do you speak ancient? Excuse me? I think that means no. Sorry, try somebody else. How is Billy's arm? Still skeletal. Oh, hello. I see people. Are they friendly? Hi.
I will always hate you for what you did.
Okay, not him. How are you? Friendly.
I hear their fingernails inside the walls.
Delilah, that
I
you?
had a choice. I had a choice.
The void is stripping it away.
Dowd! Okay, there you go. Obvious answer. Dowd will read it out. Outsider, can I talk to you?
I see each moment of my life slipping from my fingers. It frightens me.
Outsider seems a bit stiff.
Look at you. This is what the Abbey tried to hide. This is what the eyeless want to know about.
Yeah, just
I'm
a
at
cute
the
boy
center
trapped
of
to
the void
stone.
itself. And you're not even some kind of horror I need to face down and fight. You're at my mercy. But you've always been at the mercy of bad people, haven't you? You said I had a choice. Well, I'm here to make it.
Kiss, 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 kiss. No, you don't deserve this.
Don't deserve this. No one deserves this. I won't let the world turn on someone suffering.
Assassinate?
Where is my mother?
Right here, Dowd. Dowd Wesker.
Dowd? Why are you here?
Because bad people remain
What
as
are you?
ghosts.
Look
We've
at
read the
us.
lore.
Trapped here. An eternity on a butcher's block. Waiting for the knife to fall. There's nothing left of me but this.
Dowd, I'm here. Look at me.
I know that name. I know you. There was blood. And masks and blades raised. Billy Lurk. I even remember when you hated me. And now you followed me into the void itself. You brought the knife. I can't hurt him. There's nothing I can do. Only you can kill him. How long have I waited here?
Too long, old man.
There he is. The outsider. All this time dreaming in the void. I wonder if he dreamed about this moment. Go finish it. End his miserable life.
He almost looks like
But
he's in
Dowd, we're not here to
pain.
kill. Kill would invalidate our
Is this
merciful
really what
run.
you want? Is this really what he deserves?
You know how this ends, Billy.
With an achievement for no kills ever for anyone? Come on, come
I
on.
found another way. The outsider lived and breathed once. He spent his days on the streets of some forgotten city. These cultists took everything away from him. Even his name. But I know what it is. His name is the Mark.
Literally, Mark.
Only the dead can read it. If we give that back to him, he'll be free. He'll live out the rest of his days as a man like any other.
The Mark? No. You're here to kill
Oh,
him.
mortality.
You can't ask me to do this, Billy.
Given
Not
60,
after
70
everyone he's
years, depending on
Not
his general
after
health and
everything
physical
we've done.
activity. Why is he to blame? Dowd? You know, I just had a thought. Taking just the base games, right? Dishonored 1 and Dishonored 2, it's very much an Emily and Corvo story. Corvo rescue Emily. Emily becomes a better empress, maybe rescues Corvo. But if you take the DLCs into account, the first ones were the Dowd DLCs. This Gaiden game was a Billy DLC-ish kind of thing. Standalone. It kind of makes it more of a outsider story then, huh? First game, outsider, bored, gives powers to one person, see what happens. Then peaks Dowd and Billy, sees their relationship as Dowd has his doubts and comes to terms with things. Fallout and Dishonored 2, and then Billy here to clean up the pieces, and then bring an end to this omnipresent trickster. I don't know, just a different way that one could read this. It's like a preliminary thought that hasn't been fleshed out yet, so I've got no elegant way to express it. But I mean, I guess that Corvo and Emily are just catalysts to play this with. And it's all about the cool void powers anyway, and that allure and mystique. Anyway, why is he to blame, Dowdy?
Why is he to blame for what we did? He gave us a way to fight back. He never lied to us about what we might become.
And Bo,
You know what
Dowd,
I became.
yes, you chose a non-lethal option,
We let
Dowd.
down on Dunwall as if we owned it. As if we could drown it in blood.
Which you would have done anyway, the master assassin that you were.
He knew we'd turn into monsters like him. He always knew. And his Billy, he can't do anything but harm.
It wasn't his choice. Look at those puppy dog eyes. The plump, rosy lips. The agony in the bound man, which is kind of kinky in its own way. He's a puppy.
I saw the cult who hurt him. He died once at their hands. Look at him. This wasn't his choice. He never asked for this power.
Let him end it. Put him out of his misery if you pity
Yeah, I'm
him.
gonna kill him with mortality, death by old
It's a
age.
better future than anything that might wait for him out there.
Does he have to die? Does he really?
Does he have to
Dowd,
die?
Dad, could we keep him?
Years ago, I did something terrible to you. I didn't deserve to live. But you let me walk away. You gave me a chance.
See, Dowd, even with their outsider
Let him
powers, were your
live.
monster then.
Let him have the life he lost. Like you did for me.
When you left Dunwall, I hoped you could live a better life without me. That your future wouldn't be killing for coin until someone came to betray you. Forgiveness is a rare thing in this world, Billy. You're better than I was.
So is that a yes? A. Speak his name. Oh, he's gonna whisper it! Oh, cop out! We don't get to hear the ancient
Farewell,
words!
Billy. For the last time.
I can taste blood in my mouth. I can hear Dowd's voice in my ear. You have done something impossible.
Taught to man
We
from
let
4,000
you
years
live.
ago, the modern language, with his
I can
flesh and
take you
blood
out of
mouth.
here.
These eyes were closed for centuries. And I saw everything. Bound here, I walked through the minds of generations. And now,
You're free.
You're mortal. You've been cursed with death. Achievement, final release. Come on, give me the after mission screen. Give me the results.
I can't take back what was done to you all those years ago.
The results screen.
No more than I can take back what was done to me. But now you have a chance to be something new. To be something better.
All
It must
that
be
and no
strange
results
knowing what
screen.
You know, seeing with old eyes all the secrets of the world. We've both seen the worst in people's hearts.
Really?
But in the end, I gave Dowd peace. And maybe you can find some too. There's so much doubt.
So
But there are
much
some things I know are
doubt.
true. The outsider is no more, and with that, the world will change in ways none of us can know. But the void is still there, echoing just beyond what you can see.
I feel like that
And there's
slide
no
might be the
one left
same.
to say who will and won't be touched.
No
by
more
its
outsider,
magic.
either because rescued or because killed. Which is fine, I guess. Wasn't really many branching options in this one. There we go. Yes. No detections. Merciful. Achievement. Shadow. There were 2 bone charms left. Huh. Really? Maybe in the Void World before going to the whatchamacallit? Ritual whatever? Ritual hold? Found my in without being noticed though. Ghost in the Void. Well, that's cool. That is great! And now I have to pee, so you enjoy the music. And I'll be right back. Ah, much better. So that was it. That is Death of the Outsider. Thoughts? I think that it was a fine addition to the Dishonored series. Shortness is okay, because this was just a guide-in game, not a full entry. Just a short standalone thing. Priced a bit lower, a bit lighter. But for a side story, I liked it. I think it was just the right amount of length for it to tell its story and give, what was it, a trio of cool maps to explore and roam through? Yes, a trio. I'm counting the bank or Upper Syria. Since the lobby of the bank was in the episode, the Mission 2 Upper Syria District map. So how dare they deny me the chance to rob it when I already had both keys? I bet you though that if I didn't get the keys the first time around Mission 2, all of Upper Syria was still open, most of it, except for a few things that were locked. So I bet that if you didn't get the keys the first time around, the reason it has a whole map available, with mostly nothing in Mission 3, is to retrieve the keys, if needed. But anyway, that was great. The length was good, and the critique that the game doesn't allow you to be as stealthy and non-lethal as Dishonored games normally do, I don't see it. Everyone here, all one of us, is witness to Merciful Ghost on the hardest difficulty on a blind playthrough, with ample quick loading being more than possible. So we don't have all of Corvo, Emily, and Dowd's OP powers. Foresight and Displace are still both very capable. I mean, heck, with the right bone charm and Foresight, people are blind to you almost. And dude, grenades that knock out everyone in the blast range. And hook mines that rope people up regardless of distance. What Billy lacks in OP power, she makes up for in OP tools. And face stealing, oh my goodness. You could just walk right up to people, lure them, with them staring at you. But I want to see more Dishonored now. I want to see more games in this universe. They've given us so many islands that we don't know about yet. Most of them only hinted at. We've been to Dunwall, we've been to Karnakas. But there's a whole cosmos of islands and communities and cities. I want to see Tivia. I want to see the other archipelagos and settlements of Serkonos. I want to see Morley. I mean, they could put it, perhaps, in some point before Dishonored's timeline begins, or maybe alongside it, a different thing going on, because the Outsider did say 15 years ago that there were 8 people who held his power, and I don't know if the novel accommodates all 8 people. Or maybe a game about the Outsider in his final days, assuming a merciful, mercy-granted ending. Perhaps this could be an end to the series. All the lore books in the final level explain the Outsider, and then who you are, either killing him or freeing him, and then the world possibly changes forever. Goodbye, that's it, that's the story. Or who knows, it could be opening up the possibility for future games, if Arcane chose to develop one. I mean, heck, even without the Outsider, there's witches. Imagine, if you would, a witch game. No Outsider mark, just void magics through profane acts. And Dishonored 2 has given us the diversity of witches, it and Death of the Outsider, especially in the Conservatory. Sure, a lot of them want to just be like your typical dark magics worshipping witch that dance naked in the moonlight and cavorts with blood with ghost hounds. But there are some innocent ones, so you could play as a character who could choose to embrace full darkness or retain her humanity. That'd be cool, that would be. Because we've seen some pretty cool magics and witches as well. You don't need the Outsider to be alive and dead for that, I don't think. I mean, maybe. I don't know the full relationship between witches and the Outsider, but it seems more they draw from the void than the Outsider himself. Arcane, give us a witch's game! We've seen their powers, let us control it. Maybe a witch cabal in Tivia, or Morley or elsewhere. In opposition to the Abbey of the Everyman, or with some other local intrigue and conspiracy going on. Oh man, that's potential. See, this game is supposed to be the ending for Dishonored 2. Maybe for the Dishonored series as a whole, who knows? It kind of feels like it could be. But all this has done is get me more excited for games that do not exist. And probably won't, if not for years. I mean, I keep saying it, right? I keep saying that the world building they've done is nothing but open. We've seen Dunwall, Serkonos, and there's everything else. Everything else. Mentioned in name, but never explored. Just waiting for the right time, the right game to be released. Cute as an audiograph. Anywho, that's it. I want to see what Original Game Plus is all about. What are you even? Enables you to start a new playthrough with Billy Lurk, this time using powers from Dishonored 2. Well, I guess that's cool. Actually, oh my goodness. Here I was just saying that Billy doesn't have Emily or Corvo's powers, but is pretty OP in her own with the tools. Dude, marrying Billy's powers and OP tools, the multi-knockout grenade, the hook mine, to Corvo and Emily's powers. Wait, but how is that going to work with the lore of the game though? Because she wasn't given a mark. Instead, she had her eye and her arm given their true form or whatever. Anywho, I think that is a mystery to explore some other time. Because beating the whole game, and didn't I say that Mission 5 was going to be, if not the final mission, then the prelude to the final mission? Lo and behold, it was a final mission. But that is going to be it. Short stream, beat Dishonored 2. Not Dishonored 2. Dishonored Death of the Outsider. Enjoyed it, loved it. Even, fully. What was it? Hardest difficulty level. Unseen. Merciful. Just as possible. I don't care what anyone else says. So who are we going to host today? I guess Thursdays are quiet days. My follow list has nobody online. But Tomasina's online. Haven't rated or hosted Tomasina in forever. But who was it? Was it one of the Whalers? A witch? I forget who. But there was a Tomasina in the game lore. That wasn't this Tomasina, but it tickles me. Not sure what we'll do tomorrow. I mean, heck, this is a Dishonored series, so I could just go through with a different playthrough, play as Corvo or something else, play a different style of play. Could take tomorrow off, we'll see. But don't forget, Saturday Jackbox. Don't know when I'll start because Comcast is Comcast, but see you guys then. And until then, thanks for hanging and share this journey with me. Enjoy the rest of your old days. Toodles.